Honey, this is America.
This is America, and you should have never ended up on my motherfucking page. Did you tell Crystal Crave in a rap video that you currently have deleted off of YouTube that you would currently hang her by her knees within a tree? Did you say that? You're in Texas, right? I don't give a about your hair, Starla. Nobody gives a about you. The only people that are taking the opportunity to care about you are the people that are actually taking the opportunity to do what they do best on this app. Rip you to shreds. When you start threatening black women and the constitutional rights of that is when I get involved. Did you or did you not say that?
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi Leah. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. So you guys, I'm under the weather. I've actually been ordered by my doctor to get some bed rest, but I'm still going to be working from my bed anyways. So you guys permit me to be a little inconsistent, and I'm probably not going to be able to film for a couple of days. I might just have to be doing my podcast videos, so bear with me. So let's get into today's video. First of all, my usual disclaimer, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Please do not go searching out the people that I talk about in this video. Don't send them any form of hate comment, threats or violence. This channel does not support any of that. So today we're talking about someone who you guys probably should be familiar with on this channel, because I've made 2 videos of her, and I was so determined after the last time that I wasn't going to give her any more screen time because I know she was doing it all for clout. But you guys, you see this particular case, everything has escalated and we just have to talk about it. So if you haven't seen the other 2 videos that I made about this white woman who was being called out for cultural appropriation and then decided to turn it into a whole other thing, she decided to start gaslighting black women, challenging black women to wrestling fights and stuff like that, and then admitting that she was doing it all for clout because she had a manager who told her that it would be good to get her views up and all of that. You know what, I'm going to be dropping the link in the comment section, so if you haven't seen those 2 videos, you need to go and see them and come back to watch this one, or you see it after watching this one. So yeah, this particular woman, her name is Starla. Now she is back. At this point, it actually feels like whenever she sees that people are no longer talking about her, she goes and does something outrageous to get us talking about it. But you see this one that she did at this point, it was very extreme. I'm just going to go right ahead and play the video.
If it's one thing that we can count on, it's white women going white women going white women going white women. If you are already familiar with the Crystal Crave and the Starla Solo beef, you already know what time it is. Buckle up. Let's talk about it. I cannot believe Starla really threatened to lynch Crystal and then tried to gaslight us as if it wasn't recorded. Roll the clip.
I'm back again and that's all she wrote. This time I'm coming for your motherfucking throat. Crystal meth head is on her deathbed, and like I said, I'll paint the town red. I'll hang you by your knees in a tree and feed you ketamine while you plead to be set free, you freak.
I'm sorry, hang you by your what? In a what?
I'll hang you by your knees in a tree and feed.
Then had the nerve to try to gaslight us like she ain't just say that? Like we didn't catch you in 4K?
The reason why I'm making this video is because my diss track had gotten extremely misconstrued. My words, never once did I ever say anything about someone. Never would I ever say anything about someone. That's not something to play about.
Yeah, we definitely don't believe that. But, quick question. Diss you? I'm just curious how many more defenses are going to run out when you actually realize that you're defending racism. TikTok, this account needs to be gone ASAP. Good day. Goofy.
So just in case you're wondering what happened, this woman actually created a YouTube channel when she was having this drama like a month ago, and then she dropped a YouTube video I don't know how many days ago because I really did not go to check because I'm not interested in getting her views. So in that video she was doing a, in quotes, rap freestyle, and then you could hear the lyrics. She name dropped the black woman in particular who called her out and exposed her for admitting that she was doing everything that she was doing for clout. So she name dropped that woman in her rap freestyle, talking about how she was going to hang her by the knees on a tree. And anybody who knows African American history knows that that is what they call lynching. I don't know if I can say that word freely on YouTube, but if you know African American history, you would know that black people being hung from trees was something that was being done then, and a lot of black people actually lost their lives to those acts of violence, and it's being classified as a hate crime. But this lady, she showed herself for who she really is by thinking to put that in a song. And my jaw dropped when I saw that, because I'm like, okay, anybody in modern day America should know that you should not be caught dead saying something like that. Who cares whether it's in a rap, freestyle, or whatever, but you actually filming yourself saying this is something that is very grievous and unforgivable. And she did it. The fact that she wrote whatever lines she had, even if it was a freestyle off the top of her head, I don't really care. But she sat down, recorded that thing, edited it, posted it, and did not see how that was problematic is crazy to me. You guys, before I even talk about what I really think, I'm just going to go right ahead and play people's reactions to this whole scenario.
Why is it that every single time a white woman needs to be relevant, all she can think of to do is find some way to cause harm to black women to do it? This white girl, Brittany, got on Beyonce's internet and had the nerve to rap badly about hanging a black woman, specifically Crystal Crave. Now, what's crazy is this is the same white girl that had the box braids in her hair, talking mess, wanting to get into a boxing match with Crystal. And it's funny, right? Because every time y'all are confronted in public by black women, all y'all know how to do is cry. But y'all get on the internet talking about you want to square up. And it's ironic, right? Because white women have been trying to get black women on their side ever since Roe, right? Roe v. Wade. And they want black women to understand this is about all women and we're all in this together. But y'all never let us forget that you're white and have the privilege of saying things like you're going to hang us from a tree. But then it gets weird, right? Because then y'all sit here and question why black women don't trust you. Oh my God, we're all women. We're all girls in this together. Why don't y'all want to just co-sign and work alongside us? Because y'all do shit like this. You want to occupy black spaces, take on black aesthetics, and still be able to cause harm to the very people that you're appropriating from. Because every time white people are not just handed what they want, they only know how to respond with violence. Didn't I say this about black men before? Weird. When y'all try to remind the rest of the women, the BIPOC community, that we're all women together in these struggles, y'all forget that you treat the BIPOC community the way white men treat you. If black women are not in service to you or in submission to you, they are a threat to you in your mind. So therefore, the only way to respond is with harm or violence. When black women don't run to the aid of white women, the same way I said that when black women stop caring about what happens to black men, this will be another reason about why. Y'all create spaces where we are not safe to be anywhere near you.
I will hang you from a tree by your knees. Rather than invoking that bitch's name, because much like Beetlejuice and Candyman, if you say it too many times, she appears. I'm going to allow other people to deal with that. I am going to deal with the people who gave her the audacity stones, created the audacity gauntlet, and then shoved it up her ass like Jim Henson's hand up a Muppet's butt. With that being said, some of you gentlemen are setting these white women up to get fucked up. Some of you are still under the impression that between a white woman's legs is my nerve, or was it nirvana? There's a superwoman cake flowing out of it, and there are sparklers and explosions that come forth. Let me be the first person to tell you, no, it isn't. But that's not stopping some of you for wanting to Eddie's little girl out here lying to them. Like y'all lied to this goofy bitch. Girl, you got as much ass as a black woman. You and I both know that that woman looks like 3 toothpicks held together by dental floss. Stop lying. Because see, The motherfuckers that created that goofy bitch, yeah, you guys have mommy issues. You don't want to admit it, because you got tattoos of your mama from the top of your head to the bottom of your fucking feet. But let's just be honest. Some of you haven't gotten over the fact that your punk ass father was not in the picture. And deep down in those places you don't like to talk about, you know, right next to where your emotions and feelings sit, you blamed her for it. Not realizing that your punk ass man-child daddy also had mommy issues. You walk around with these mommy issues, which is what makes you get on social media damn near on a constant basis. Disparaging, talking shit to, talking down on, and elevating white girls over black women. And then what you do is you gas their heads up. You make them feel special, which is fine. That's what you're supposed to do in relationships, right? But then they start to mimic your dislike of black women. The same shit you mouthing, she starts to mouth. The same feelings you have, she starts to have. The same way you run down black women, guess what she's doing? But it isn't until they take your bullshit on tour that it becomes everyone else's problem. Like this goofy bitch. Wasn't enough to put the box braids in. No, I gotta go shit on black women. And then when a black woman claps back, because you know, they're adults. Now, this goofy bitch wants to meet her in the boxing ring. And who's standing behind her? Who's standing behind her? Then when the shit starts getting clumped the fuck out, because, you know, we tried to show you. Could she have learned her fuck lesson and shut the fuck up and stop doing this for clout like her black male manager told her to? Nah. She got to try to make diss tracks. But it wasn't until she decided to say that she would hang a black woman in a tree by her knees that now she has become a fucking threat. What you gentlemen are doing is making it absolutely perfectly clear that y'all are going to get some poor Caucasian girl fucked up.
These are the type of white women that y'all advocate for and defend. Yikes. It's appreciation, not appropriation. Culture should be shared. Y'all bullied her. It's just hair. The type of white women who, in the midst of defending themselves against the blatant disrespect that they antagonized black women with in the first place, can't help but be bigots. And the sad thing is, the bigotry that they showed y'all at first, y'all chose to ignore that shit. Yeah, you did. They're the type of women who procreate with black men and have no idea of the harm that they're causing the same community that their children are a part of. To include a bar in that whack-ass diss track that was directed to my good sis Crystal Crave that insinuated or implied lynching black women is deplorable at the fucking least. Now I know that some of y'all ain't got good comprehension skills, so I can already see that I'm gonna get some of the, it's just lyrics. She didn't really mean she was gonna her. That's not what she meant. It's not that serious. Well, that's the motherfucking problem, bitch. It's these type of white women who choose to ignore the everyday wording, phrases, and or innuendos that have racist connotations, hence evoking racism itself. But in this case, honestly, it's not even a connotation. It's blatant fucking racism, bro. And most of these type of white women lack common sense, creativity, original thought, or in Miss Starla's case, talent. And showing all of their biases that are rooted directly straight in white supremacy. Go figure. Now, I'd be wrong if I alluded to the fact that the black man who pulls her puppet strings is just as disgusting as her. Oop. I don't think I'm alluding. I think I'm saying that shit. Because it's true. When those type of black men become the backbone for those type of white women, it's extremely detrimental to black women.
Hi guys, so initially I had said that I wasn't going to give Starla Soloway any more of my attention because I think it's very obvious that this is clout chasing. And I have a video where I talk about how literally the entirety of everything she's done, from getting the braids, to all the videos that she's made, to cutting her hair, to her very terrible wig that she wears, all of this has been a publicity stunt. And mind you, I think the next thing that I'm about to tell you is also a publicity stunt, but I'm going to give it my attention because she has now threatened a black woman. That is objectively one of the worst diss tracks. I think one of the worst pieces of music in history, but It's not just that it was bad. The issue is that she says that she's going to hang Crystal from a tree by her knees. You cannot tell me that that was accidental. You cannot tell me that she was not insinuating that she was going to lynch a black woman. Again, I think she did it because people weren't talking about her anymore, and I think she needed to do it for shock value, but this is highly inappropriate. This is too far. I would take that as a direct threat on my life. Mind you, I would take that as a hate crime because you are specifically using something that has historically been done to terrorize black folks as a bar, if you want to call it that, in a diss track. Now I'm going to end this by sending light and love to Crystal and letting her know that we have her back and that this behavior is not going to go unnoticed.
So you guys, of all the reactions, there was this particular one that stood out.
So y'all about to blow the white girl up again, huh? You already blew her up on TikTok. Now she over there making good money over there on YouTube. You blew up over there. Guess now you're gonna give her a whole rap career. What y'all gonna do next? Put her in a movie? Meanwhile, I still ain't heard none of y'all talking about Dr. Green yet. The black woman that figured out a way to kill cancer using lasers and nanoparticles. No side effects. Last time I mentioned to somebody that they should talk about her, being that it's kind of an important thing to talk about, they said they didn't appreciate my approach. So I'm trying to figure out what approach do y'all appreciate?
So now you can see that man was basically talking about how we should be focusing on Dr. Nicole Green, who is basically making progress in finding a cure for cancer. And of course, that's a beautiful thing. I'm proud that is a black woman. And I really hope that she does find a cure to cancer. But now this Starla lady made a reply to this man's video. And this is what she had to say.
Lasers and nanoparticles.
I'm just now figuring out who this woman is, and this is huge. We need to protect this woman at all costs because I truly believe our government likes to silence people who create cures to certain types of cancers because obviously they make money off of the sale of treatment drugs. So like I've said before, instead of worrying about some petty TikTok drama, let's open our eyes to the bigger picture. You don't have to like me. I'm still going to support people who I think are doing amazing things. I've always been very open about my support of real world problems, like, I don't know, curing cancer. The color of her skin should not be a factor in who gets to support her. Her work is amazing, period. And I will continue to support her in the cure of cancer.
So are you guys seeing what is going on here? Did you catch on to it? Did you see that at this point she's trying to deflect and be like, oh, instead of you guys to focus on petty TikTok drama, she's referring to this whole thing that she has been instigating and basically fueling. She's referring to it at this point as petty TikTok drama. You going on YouTube to talk about how you want to hang a black woman from a tree by her knees is now petty TikTok drama. So she's trying to deflect and be like, oh, you guys go and support Dr. Nicole Green. So now, who are you trying to deceive? So you're letting us believe that you support black women. Are you trying to erase what you have done over the past few weeks, letting us know exactly how you feel about black women, about black people, talking about how black women have fat noses and how they keep talking about slavery and they should get over slavery and all of the other things that she did? Like, how ridiculous, how dumb does she think people are? Anyways, you guys, the major thing that made me decide that I was going to do this video was to actually show people that always felt that, oh, it's just hair, she can wear braids, palm-colored women can wear braids, it's cultural appreciation, it's not cultural appropriation. Do you guys see it now? One thing I have actually realized about black women is that they are able to smell it. They are able to smell a person's character and a person's ulterior motives from a mile away. Black women saw this woman and realized that this is not a person that is appreciating black culture. This is the person that wants to appropriate. This is the person that wants to cosplay as a black woman, and she doesn't even like black people. Forget the fact that she has a black boyfriend and has a biracial child. With everything that she has said, you see, this is the icing on the cake right now. Knowing the traumatic history of black people, you decided to use that lyric and then you're coming out to defend yourself. Isn't it crazy how she said her lyrics were misunderstood? How could it have been misconstrued or misunderstood? Do we not have any comprehension of the English language anymore? Or I don't understand. Like, are we fools? What do you take us for? So black women were able to tell right from the beginning that this whole thing was beyond someone who is not a part of our culture just wanting to share in our culture because they appreciate it. This is a woman that holds biases against black people, and she has shown her hand every single time, and this is the exact icing on the cake. And for the lady that's been threatening Crystal Crave, if I were to be her, I would take this seriously because she already challenged her to a wrestling match. That did not happen, thankfully, and now this. I would take all the necessary steps to make sure that I protect myself and make sure that she is reported and she faces the consequences of that threat. I would not take it lightly if I were to be Crystal, who those lyrics were directed at. But anyway, Crystal came out to make this video.
What's up, Jewel Gang? So today I am coming forth to ask for clarity. Now, I'm not sure if this is a conversation that should be held amongst my community alone or everybody, but again, I need clarity. Y'all help me out in the comments. 3 beautiful Black Houston hairstylists. 1 reached out to me privately. 2 made videos. It was sent to me and I was mentioned. The first Houston hairstylist that reached out to me apologized to me and offered me moral and emotional support. I asked her what was her apologies for. She said initially it was because she didn't know the details of everything that took place the last few weeks, and she thought that people were just bullying someone behind them wearing braids. The second Houston hairstylist made a video basically saying that she personally reached out to this woman and even offered to do her hair until the video came out of me being threatened to be. And the third Houston hairstylist basically made a video saying that she's very happy that this fight didn't take place because it would have caused a race war. Is it wrong that I feel like this experience is proof that women even have more privilege than I do within my own community? I couldn't help but notice that these 3 beautiful women who look like me, who experience life as I do, who have fat noses just like me, couldn't reach out to me or didn't think to take the initiative to even ask me my side prior to immediately running to her defense or offering her moral support. I'm not angry. Nobody owes me anything. I just want a little clarity. Help me understand.
Now, I love the way Crystal was being classy and did not directly address this lady, because Crystal has actually kept it very cute. She has not even been engaging with her or anything concerning her all this while. So I do not understand why Starla is still obsessed with her at this point and making a whole rap diss song about her. But anyways, you can see the angle that Crystal decided to address this from. Crystal talked about the Houston hairstylists, which are Black women who actually stood up and made videos that kind of looked like they were excusing what this palm-colored girl was doing, trying to talk about it's just hair, it's not that deep.
If that fight was to really happen, a war between Black people and white people was definitely going to start. And I'm not even going to say a war, but something was going to start between Black people and white people because y'all are specifically fighting over race and I'm assuming disrespect. So I'm so glad that it didn't happen. But another thing I don't understand is that when white people are they don't like us, they want to call us niggas, they want to call us ghetto, they want to call us monkeys, this, that, and the third. Black folks have a problem and we're mad. But when they accept us and they want to do shit that we're doing and be kumbaya with us and be homies and friends and shit, y'all still got a fuck problem. So which one is it? I don't understand, because it really just be the Black women that have an issue. You don't never see no Black man out here bitching and complaining about another race of another man that's a different race getting his motherfucking hair done. It's the women. Like, y'all need to learn to shut the fuck up. I don't understand. And I'm a black woman myself, so I don't get it.
And now that Starla has really shown that it wasn't about it just being hair, that she actually has an anti-Black bias, now they want to retrace their footsteps and then go and apologize or trying to create contact with Crystal. Like, it actually took them, seeing Starla do this, for them to realize that, wow, okay, we had to take the side of our Black sister. And it's just crazy to me. And I don't know, I'm just going to say this, that I don't know if it is because they are hairstylists, particularly because I know that we keep talking about palm-colored women having braids, but it's still Black women that do these braids for them. So the hairstylist in question probably would have a biased point of view from other Black people that usually complain about cultural appropriation, because they're about making their money, getting their bag, and they don't mind if their client who wants braids is black, white, blue, red, green. Now, there's nothing wrong with making your money. But now when it comes to the crux of the matter, when there's a problem about cultural appropriation, please do not insert yourself in the matter in such a way that you start to speak bad about your own people. Make your money, but don't insert yourself in the drama and then be speaking against your people just because you're making money off of these palm-colored people by braiding their hair. So with all that being said, I just wanted to say that black women saw this from a mile away. When they were on that girl's neck, it wasn't because she was wearing braids. It was because they could see that she had something inside of her that was against black people, that wanted to poke black people, that wanted to benefit from black people. And she was always gaslighting black people. And as far as I'm concerned, Starla could be a danger to people in her life, because I saw TikTok videos where people had gone to search out her family members, their name, their addresses, where they live, her parents, her boyfriend, and stuff like that, and releasing it to the internet. So do you see how these people are becoming unsafe and becoming targets just because of what their relative is doing? Do you guys see how this could potentially cause harm to people who have nothing to do with this, just because their daughter or their sister or whomever decided to chase clout on the internet? And I just need to state, for those people who talk about how black women should let anybody wear braids, black women are not on the internet policing every single person that wears box braids or any type of braids. I need to correct that impression, because I've seen tons of videos on the internet, TikTok specifically, of a lot of people wearing braids or locks that are not black people, and I don't see black women necessarily braiding down their necks. But black women are quick to call out a person who is wearing the hairstyle with the intention to appropriate black culture, or to gaslight black people, or to poke fun at black people. Those are the people that black women usually come for on the internet for wearing braids or locks. That needs to be stated. And this whole Starla situation is proof, because you guys can see the whole anti-blackness now. Can you guys see it? So anyways, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. And of course, please be sure to check out Dr. Nicole Green and give her all the support that she needs. We need to support this black woman, because this is a worthy cause that the whole world can benefit from. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this video here. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Every year, cancer charities raise over $1 billion a year with no cure to show for it. And every year, there are nearly 9 million people around the planet dying from cancer, even with the best of cancer care around the planet. So we are ushering in this new era of how cancer is treated, and we need your support. This is personal for me. So I'm committed to making the technology I developed affordable and accessible.